So here we have one of the best matches of the year in arm wrestling, hands down. Vitaly Laletin versus Dave Chafee. Now, a lot of people had Laletin as the favorite going into this one. I certainly did personally. I predicted him to win, but it turned out to be an absolute war, and Dave Chafee ended up victorious. Now, how did that happen? Well, it was a battle of side pressure versus pronation. Vitaly with the for sure superior pronation and wrist rise, just considering his lever length, the length of his arm. But Dave Chafee with the side pressure ended up being an absolute threat, even with his wrist back. Here we see in the first match, Dave going sideways. His wrist is buckling back slightly, but Vitaly is still in a defensive position, and he can't seem to go offensively at all, or else Dave is going to pin him to the pad with that side pressure. So you see him just holding here, just waiting for an opening, but Dave is closing in on it, and here he gets closer with the shoulder behind it, goes in for the pin, so that gives him the first match right there. Dave with the lead 1-0. Now, a lot of people said he wasn't going to have endurance, but this match certainly proved otherwise as it went a full 7 rounds. Now, here's the second match. We'll see how similar it looks to the first match in the strap here. Kind of similar. Dave is going sideways. Wrist is buckling back slightly. Vitaly is just hitting that pronation, that rise angle, but he can't get enough side pressure activated as Dave is just going right to the side, even with his wrist back like that. And that was kind of the story of the match here, him being able to go sideways and eventually just give up his wrist and flop and go straight for the pin. Here he is staying tight with the shoulder, and there's a second pin. So Dave is up 2-0 here. The third match here looks like Dave is going to try and slip. He's taking a much lower grip. Looks like he's trying to go underneath, but he ends up missing the go, completely not even accessing his power, and Vitaly just pins him over in the third match. So going into the fourth match, you can see Dave is going to be trying to slip again. This time it's still very difficult for him to slip. He's going higher, but now he's trying to slip underneath, but he ends up pulling out in a losing position. So that's the second win to Vitaly there. So it's 2-2 tied up. Now Dave was able to get to the strap in the fifth match, and here's the strap match. Dave is once again going to the side, losing his wrist there, looking separated. Vitaly's going for the offensive surges and these hits here. He's got Dave very close to the pad right there. You can see Dave's elbow is very close to being off the back, and they're calling this that Vitaly pushed him off intentionally, so that's a foul. They're not awarding the win to Vitaly there, but it's just a restart. So here Dave is once again in that same position, but this time Vitaly is able to pin him down instead of pushing him off the back of the pad or having Dave slide off the back of the pad. So there's the win for Vitaly. He's up 3-2. That means one more win, and it would be over for Vitaly, and he would get the victory. So here's the sixth match right here. If Vitaly wins this, it's over. Dave is holding on with that side pressure. Even with his wrist back, he's just pushing right to the side, trying to hit Vitaly's pronator and keep him in a bad position here. He's got him in the defensive position. He's got him inches off the pad there, just holding on, just trying to save up enough energy to surge and get Vitaly onto that pad. But Vitaly is very good at holding in that defensive position. You can see the effort on both of their faces here. They're both completely redlining here. David just trying to surge just enough to get a pin here. Vitaly goes for the counter move, but his elbow comes off the pad, so that's one elbow foul on Vitaly there. Or that's the second elbow foul, actually. Now here's the restart. Similar position here. Dave has got his shoulder behind it with his wrist back, and he's inches away from the pad here. Let's see if Dave is going to be able to finish it here. You can see the referee checking to make sure he's not touching his shoulder with his hand there. That would be a foul. Vitaly's just completely redlining, just trying to hold on to the match here with all that power from Dave Chafee, just going right down on his arm, onto his pronator, onto his bicep there as he's holding in that defensive position. He's inches off the pad here. This is just an absolute war. The amount of heart both these guys have into this match is incredible. One of the best matches of the year here for sure. So this is for Dave to push into a silver bullet match. If he wins this, then he's got to win one more to win the whole thing. You can look at the effort on his face here. He's just completely redlining. There's the pin. So 3-3. They're going to go into a final match here. You can see the effort on these guys. They're just leaning against the table there. It's just taking everything out of them, all the effort into this match. This is what the fans love to see when it comes to arm wrestling. I remember this match was amazing to watch. And here's the final match. Dave just goes in once again for that flat press. Vitaly's holding on with everything he's got here, but Dave is just completely committing to going for that pin with that side pressure there. Vitaly's in the king's move here now, and we're going to see Dave go for a readjustment, get his shoulder behind it, and that's going to be it. That's going to be the match. 4-3, Dave Chafee with the win over Laletin. Absolute incredible screaming war from these two guys. Let me know what you guys think of this match. I think it was one of the best of the year, hands down. I mean, just an incredible match. Hard fought by both these guys. Exactly what the fans of arm wrestling want to see.